Okay, from what parts we've got to, should identify all your parts before you start. So we've got 4 brackets. These are the right hand side ones, these are the left hand side ones. You get 4 of these strips and you need to cut them in half. You have 4 grommets, 4 screws, 4 chrome washers and another 4 screws, and of course you have the windscreen, which I've got sitting down over here being protected. Okay, and you also have the all important instructions. Read them. Right, the brackets are identified. They have a right for the right side and an L for the left side. Now the only problem I found is that when you put the strips on, the rubber strips, you need to still identify which one's going to go where. So what I did was I actually peeled off this strip here and stuck it up here so I can still identify them afterwards. Okay, so I've got the identifying label off. I've peeled the backing off of this piece here. I found the best way to put these in is to squeeze them like that. Place them as close to the middle as you can, and then smooth them all the way around. Okay, so you have it in there like that. Do the same with the other side. Squeeze it in the middle. Put it in and smooth it all the way around, and there you go. You have clamps on. Once you've got your clamps in and the rubbers in the clamps, you need to identify which of these clamps is going to be the top and which is the bottom. Now I'll try and get a bit closer here. You'll see that one clamp has an angle running up in the bend and the other one is the straight running across there. The angle, the bend is a straight bend. Okay, the angle bend, according to the instructions, is the lower mount. Okay, so this one here is the lower mount, which is the one we're going to put on first. Put this all in there. Start up with the black clamp, slide it in through the back, get a little hook on there, hook through there. Right, hook it around and just very loosely put in one of the screws and then slide it down the fork. I might have it a little bit too tight, I think. Okay, cruisers, once you've got that down there, you need to measure it. It's supposed to be 44 millimeters. What does it say in American? 1.75 inches, 1 3/4 inches or 44 millimeters from the top of the 333 clamp. And that is sitting spot on 44 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give that a little bit of a nip just to stop it from moving. That's enough. I can still swivel it around, so that'll got that in place. Now we do the same with the other one. Just unclip it, slide it around. Hook him in and secure it with another screw. See somewhere. Okay, got the screw in. Right, once you've got it on there, you need to adjust that, the gap between the top bracket and the bottom bracket. It's supposed to be 57 millimeters, and I tell you what, that's about as close as Phil is to being a bloody idiot. Sorry Phil, didn't mean that. I'm making pills. Right, now we have to do the same for the other side. So I'll just do that and then we can start mounting the You're going to need to polish this off before you put the screen on and clean it all up. So spray some stuff on, give it a good clean. Alright, I use FW1 racing formula because the bullies go next step. Just put the grommets in. Right, here's your grommets here. There's the instructions flying around. Okay, so put those in. They're pretty pliable, so they go in quite easily. If you have trouble, I would recommend using a bit of detergent. Don't use any petrol-based products because petrol and rubber don't mix, and it'll just deteriorate. But as you can see, just pop it in like that, piece of cake. I've already done the other two on the other side, and this one here goes on. And you can see it's not quite right there, so we'll just hook your finger underneath and pop it through, and there you go. All grommets are in the last legs now, so now it's just a matter of putting the screen or the visor onto the mounts. It's not that big a job. And you'll actually see how far, if you're out at all with your calculations. This side here is obviously not far around, not far enough around, so you can just move them back in, and that there can come in there like that. And it's still not quite right. It's just a matter of final adjustment now just to get it right. So I have to do a little bit more measuring just to make sure I've got all my measurements right, and then I can nip everything up. Okay, once you've got that all in place, just check your measurements around the outside of your cowling. Make sure that they're pretty close to exact as possible in the spot. Just whack. Loosely puts a screw and a chrome washer on. Same on the other side. And hopefully that'll keep everything in place. Just be careful when you're doing these up that you don't cross thread them, because the brackets aren't actually sitting in exactly the same angle as the shield itself. That one doesn't feel good. So I reckon something not quite right with that one. Right. Beautiful. Once you've got all your screws in there, just tighten them up fully. Okay, so that's one. Perfect. Two. Okay, around the other side. And last one. Okay, I'm actually going to back it off a little bit now. So I'll back them off. And what that'll do is that'll let it spring back into its natural position. Same on this side here. Okay, now I've got that done. I'm just going to tighten up these Allen head screws at the back. Easier to turn it around that way. Tighten these up fully now. the other side. So it's not that big a job to do, pretty much a piece of cake. Looks pretty swish too, I might add. And what more can I say? Thanks for watching.